What's up, guys? It's your boy, the Piscean Predator, back with some TPP True Crime Talk. We on day 5 of the Murdaugh case. Dude, I'm gonna tell you right now, it is a war of attrition watching this case. As interesting as I find trials and the back and forth with the defense and prosecution and just the whole thing, this case is exhausting. Absolutely exhausting. I've been literally listening to it live, like, every day. It's literally putting yours on me. Absolutely. But anyway, so quick update. More of the same. More questioning, cross-examining, admittance of more evidence and going over evidence. We did the digital footprints today. It's just more of the same. So really, the most entertaining part of it is like literally the exchanges. So you would have to be watching it to understand what I'm talking about. But there'll be exchanges with the defense and the prosecution, not directly at each other, but like at least in the defense, man, he's really good. He'll ask a question, right, trying to like make a point on like making something on either the crime scene analysis, like that it could be wrong, like trying to prove a point on something or something wasn't done right. Like right out the gate he's attacking things, and now later on it's making sense. But as he's attacking things, he'll ask and ask and ask and try to get the witness to answer the way he wants him to, but the witness ends up answering, the proper way. And as he realizes the witness is about to answer the proper way, as the witness is answering that, he asks another question. Okay, he says like he'll accept it, like he'll be basically, they're about to finish up saying what they're saying, and then he'll be like, okay, so then yeah, and then he'll ask another question and just kind of like downplay the witness, giving the response that's not favorable to the defense. He'll like downplay it with an immediately follow-up question, just like layered on top of it. It's pretty fucking epic, honestly. I have to give him that. So now I'm starting to understand why this guy's good. And like everybody was saying, it was going to be, the case of, whatever century or whatever. I don't think it's the case of, all time, but it's definitely entertaining in that aspect. So that being said, if there's, I don't know if there's anybody doing really any good case highlights of those exchanges or those little things. But yeah, that's the exciting stuff in the case, because we already pretty much are going to get the evidence, get the story, but like the case itself, where the action's going down, are those exchanges. And then what's funny too is, like I was saying, early on the defense was attacking like certain evidence or certain procedures that were done, and now later on in the case, with more specialists being questioned and cross-examined, as the prosecution's bringing them out, he makes sure to go over certain things that defenses try to debunk in the previous days, like really go over it solid to where like there is no questioning it. Like the circumstantial evidence is looking, I still think it looks pretty solid. I don't think the defense has been able to undermine a lot of the circumstantial evidence. I think it still looks pretty damning, but this case could go either way, especially with how good this defense is at playing these little manipulative mind games. Because what he's doing is, he doesn't have to convince all of us out here. He's only got to convince the jurors. And with those little tactics, if the jurors don't understand what he's doing, and they're confused by that, and they're not able to process the evidence properly themselves, as it's being given to them in court, they have the possibility of being confused and voting in favor of Mr. Murdaugh, based on his defense doing a pretty stellar job with the little manipulations and the mind games. But like I said, prosecution's been pretty good at following that up and making sure that, you know, the jury knows that, like, this policy is on point, and this might not be what he's saying. It's pretty good. But I mean, it's really long to listen to because of, like, there's so many pauses, breaks, lunch. And then today, honestly, I'll be honest, defense was not prepared right out the gate with evidence or their paperwork. It was kind of crappy, honestly. So sitting there listening to that while you're working was just extremely boring. Zapped the energy straight out of me. But yeah, guys, that's really all that's going on. The digital footprint, I mean, it pretty much shows, you know, what's been speculated so far, that he was in the area and that things aren't really adding up with what his story is. So his timeline and story that's given doesn't necessarily add up with the digital footprints. And that's the same with, like, the ballistics. Like, it's looking really sketchy with the ballistics. And then it's funny too because one of the specialists that was covering it from SLED, the ballistic situation, basically said what I said about, yeah, back at that point in time, that 300 blackout platform was not a super common platform. So it was pretty much only people that had that were people that had money. And then also to have, you know, actually have ammunition, like, you know, laying around, and the volume that they had it laying around even like post COVID is pretty, you know, I guess is pretty impressive. But I mean, especially 300 blackout, because you wouldn't think that would be that easy to just have that much of. Um, but yeah, all right. So yeah, that's it. Digital footprint pretty much is debunking his whole story, and I think the ballistics evidence looks pretty damning. And then if they do end up bringing up the raincoat that I'm hearing about that has the gunshot residue on it, that seems pretty sketch. But yeah, that's about it, guys. It's your boy, Piscean Predator, and I'll be back with you in another video. Peace.